All right, today I'm going to be dealing with how to uh, get a few more templates and for Affinity Publisher. But these are Adobe InDesign templates, but we're going to convert them into Affinity Publisher templates. So anyway, I've got a website here that I've visited called DIYBookFormats.com. Guy by the name of Derek Murphy, and he gives these templates away for free. Have a look at the address here up at the top. Type that into a browser and you'll come to this page, DIY Book Formats. Do it yourself book formats. Now he's also got a get started with the templates over here, and there's a picture of the guy. He's quite well informed. He's been doing this for a long time. And here's your download link to download them. So what we do is we click on download, and let's have a look. Yeah, I'm downloading on a Mac. I'm going to do it on desktop. Why don't we? Yeah, there's a little folder called Minimal Templates. It'll be a zip file, and we download it. All right, that's quite quick. Quite a quick thing here. All right. So let's just get out of there. And here are the minimal templates. There's our zip file. We're going to unzip everything. I'm using the archive utility on this Mac that I've got. There we go. Let's open it up, expand it, and here we go. Now he likes you to read through the start here, but we're not going to do that now. There's 5 different templates here that are on in the download. If we open up the one template, have a look at that. That's an InDesign template. He's also got Word document templates as well, and it's also in PDF. But I prefer to use the minimal temp 1 InDesign document. Now you'll notice down here I've got InDesign. If you have InDesign, this is going to work for you. But if you don't have InDesign, maybe you are moving across to Affinity Publisher and you want to dump Adobe. You don't want to use Adobe anymore. I've got Adobe InDesign CS6, which I bought some years ago, and it's not a subscription at the moment. Well, when I say at the moment, I didn't buy it as a subscription. I bought it as a standalone piece of software from Adobe some years back. Not from Adobe, from another website that sold on behalf of Adobe. Anyway, so I've got CS6. So what I'm going to do is, this is the process of getting these templates created by this guy, Derek Murphy, and then converting them to the publisher templates, Affinity Publisher. So I'll right click on there and I'll open this InDesign document in Adobe InDesign. You can see it's starting to open there. I'm just going to go back to the list because I'll be doing this for each one of these templates. So InDesign is opening up. It's taking a little bit of time, but here we go. It's started. Pretty slow at the moment, but we'll see how we go. Alrighty, let's have a look at this. It's opening up. This is, oh yes, by the way, you've got to download all the fonts as well. You've got to load, they get downloaded along with the template, and then what you do is you install them all. Let's just minimize this window very quickly. Let's go back to our minimal templates, and you'll notice here in template 1, it says document fonts. You've got to open this whole thing up. There's the list of fonts, but you select every one of them, and if you're on a Mac, you right click and you say open with font book. Now if you're on Windows, I don't know how you're going to do it, but you'll load it into your into your system, into your your operating system. And this one, font book, loads all these fonts into the Mac operating system. So then we know we've got it. So I've done that already. You right click, open with font book, and you install it from within font book, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so now that we're in Adobe InDesign, let's have a look at this first template. So here's a template. It's got 38 pages. You'll see on the left here in Adobe InDesign, we've got a bunch of pages. So what we can do is we can scroll down and we can have a look at what he's got here. Now, I don't like the page size you can keep the page size the way you like, the way it is here, and then just, he's got a whole bunch of things here. Let's just start from the top. This is his title page, author name. Remember, this is a template, so you can change this content as you go along. He's got this whole little thing here, first edition, ISBN, you put your number in, the book number, title, all that sort of thing. So the idea is to use this template. Anyway, so what we do is, you see there's chapter 1, and now he's got to think how to use this template. Firstly, make sure you read the free guide and watch the videos. So you can go back to that link that I showed you over here. He's got the video here. I made this whole awesome video walkthrough, and then there you can check it out, and so that'll work for you. All right, so you can read this through if you like, but I'm going to show you a few things. We're not going to make an ebook. This is a book that is for print. I don't like this graphic here, but anyway, you don't have to delete it now. We're just going to convert it into an IDML file from within Adobe InDesign here. You can see I'm just scrolling through. He's got 5 chapters, probably a few more. No, he doesn't. He's got acknowledgements right at the end. It should be in the beginning, but that's fine. So if we go back and you see his contents, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about the author and acknowledgements. He's got, let's have a look at the master pages. He's got master page A, I think. Oh, very small. Yeah, that's master A. This is master A that we're looking at. It's got his page numbers below. He's got a book title on the right, author name on the left. He's got a B master, which is blank, and a C master, which has also got page numbers, and he's got a little guide line over there. This is probably where each chapter would start. So in C, you'll see his chapter 1 starts above the line and so forth. And if we go down, we see there's chapter 2, and that's got another little option, and so forth. You can have a look through this. There he's got 3. These are different options that you don't have to use, but you can choose any one of the starting of the chapters. Notice these chapters always start on the right hand side. If there's a blank page next to it, no running header, and no running header there. But there's running headers and page numbers. Notice he's got a page number. I don't agree with a page number on the first page. I don't like that. So what I would do, I would change that. I would change the master to not have a page number on the chapter where the chapter starts. Every new chapter starts on a right page, and so forth. And you'll see in chapter 3 he's got text from chapter 2, jumping straight across. Chapter 3 starts on a right-hand page. Have a look at the next one. Text ends there. Chapter 4 starts on a right-hand page. Every chapter starts on a right-hand page. There it is again. And he's got these different options for chapter 5 and so forth. This is for a novel, I think. So sometimes people don't write novels, but this is a good place to start. All right, so we're going to go with File, and we're going to say Export. Let me see. Export. See there, InDesign Markup, IDML. So we're going to export this whole template as an IDML file, which Affinity Publisher imports and can use. So let's have a look at it. Let's go to Minimal Templates. There we go. It's 5 minimal templates. That's the folder that I created and where I saved every one of these. So we go to Minimal Template 1. Notice the name is the same. Now it's IDML, it's not INDD. So we're exporting Minimal Template 1 inside here. Save, and now it'll export it. It'll drop it in there, and then we're done. So we close this off. We go to our minimal templates again. Let's have a look here. There it is, IDML. It's imported, or it's exported out of Adobe InDesign, that minimal template 1 IDML. All right, so we close that. We go to the next one. And what we do is we open the InDesign document inside of InDesign, and now we have a second template. Have a look at it. That's all good. In actual fact, I'm going to show you in this template, I'm going to change the page size, and there's going to be a couple of other little modifications that we're going to do. So we go to File, we go to Document Setup, and you'll notice he's got some other weird little measurement, units. I don't like those units. I like, what's the word? I like to use millimeters. Now you might use something else, but I use millimeters. So let's go in here into InDesign. We go to Preferences, and we scroll down here to Units and Increments. So horizontal, we're going to go for millimeters. Vertical, we're going for millimeters. And everything else we're going to leave the same. So we open it up. All right. So now you'll notice if you go to File, Document Setup, you're going to see we're back in millimeters. Now this works for me. Page size, we're going to change it to A5. I like A5. That's what I have all our books and my clients' books printed in, is A5. Because I use a printer that prints in A5. They also do A4, but they don't do all these other strange international sizes or sizes that they use in the United States. So I'm using A5. My bleed, I'm going to set a bleed of 3 millimeters. Just type in 3 and then you click over there and boom, it changes. As long as you've got the little chain connected, you type 3 that side and it'll add them all in, all 4. And we're fine. I'm leaving the margins the same and I click OK. Now, if you'll notice, if we go back, but we scroll down, there's a bit of trouble here. But that's fine. We are going to select this table of contents. We're going to select it down to where it says acknowledgements. You see there? There's an overlapping text frame here, and that's why we got problems. So we're going to look in the text, well, let's call them the paragraph styles. Notice all the styles here. Heading 2, heading 2.2, all these things, I'm not going to change anything in here I'm going to leave it as is. But notice, after selecting this, it says TOC chapter, which means these are the entries. So we're going to right click and we're going to edit the chapter, table of contents chapter. Now, I don't know, let's just go and have a look here. I think we've got a problem here with the tabs. So let's have a look at indents. He's got the space afterwards. I actually don't like that space. Let's just take it down. You'll see in real time it's changing because I've got the preview little box selected. So let's make it 1 millimeter space after. Now we go to tabs. Now let's have a look at these tabs that he's got going there. You see here, this is a right indent tab, but it's right after the edge of the page. So now we want to grab that and pull it this way. And all of a sudden, everything is fine. Did you see that? I just took that little arrow and I dragged it from over there to over there, and it set the right margin correctly because it's a right, it's a justified right tab. So I'll just click OK. So now our table of contents looks pretty decent. We no longer have it all over the place here. And we can leave as is. Oh, I don't like this here. I don't like this. There's a problem here. Let's just sort this lot out. Let's take this publisher logo thing up. There we go. There's a whole lot of stuff going on here. Anyway, so it doesn't go onto the next page. It's all over there. That's fine. Let's go author name. Oh, well, we don't have to worry about that. All right, let's leave it as is. I just brought that all back. Author name, publisher logo, and all that kind of stuff. Your title page should match your cover. Same font, same basic layout, but no art. Now that's good information to have there because he's telling you if you have a cover, a book cover, this title page must have the same font as what's on the cover. So this is very important. So use the same fonts on this title page that resemble the fonts on the book cover. All right, that's good information to have. All right, so that's it. So what we do is, remember it's called minimal_temp2 InDesign document. It's been, wow, it's been exported. So let's go back, or let's go and export the second one. This is template number 2, and we're going to export this one into the folder number 2. See, we've got 5 minimal folder, 5 minimal templates. We're going into there. Notice we don't have an IDML. We only have an InDesign one. So we're going to export as IDML as before, and it's minimal temp 2. So we say save. It's done. Sort it out. Close that off. We don't save that. Don't need to. And there it is. And we can do the third one. Let's just go in there, open it into InDesign. There it is again. Here's another template. Have a look at it. It's got a different kind of thing. It's all fine. Let's go and do the change of page size again. First, we have to go and change our units to millimeters. Remember that. Yeah, millimeters. There it is again, horizontal and vertical. You say OK. File, document setup. Custom will be A5. Bleed will be 3 millimeters. Just on the first one, click on the last one, and there it changes them all. Say OK. Now we have to go and sort out our table of contents. Remember what we did before. Let's do this again. Paragraph styles, table of contents chapter. There it is. Edit it. There we go. And indents. Remember, we don't want 3 millimeters. We want, let's go to 1 millimeter. Go to tabs. Remember that little right arrow, if you hover it there, right justified tab is on the other side of the page. It's taking it further than the edge of the page, so now we take it back just over there and we drop it there, and we are done. Have a look at that, all nice, all sorted. If you do want a bit of space, let's go back again. Maybe it is too close. In this template, we're going to change indents, and we're going to go to, can do 3 millimeters. Let's try that. All right, and have a look at that. Some people like that kind of thing. All right, so there we go. We have 3 millimeters between our entries, and our table of contents is all fine. All right, there it is, chapter 1. It looks pretty good. Looks quite nice. Talks about making ebooks. And if you just keep on going, you can see what he's done. Remember, this is a template. Book title, author name, the whole story. Page numbers are on the ends instead of in the middle. Here's another option. You can look through this. You can see how he's done it. And there you go. I don't like that author name thing up there. So what I would do is I would go, yeah, it tells me that on page, let's have a look here. Page 18, there it is. Page 18 and 19. This I don't like. It's A. So I'll go to the blank one and I'll drag it down to 18 and let go. There we go. It's disappeared. And page number, we go also B, drag it down to 19 and let go. There you go. Now you don't have any page numbers or anything, but you still got your text where it is. You just keep on going down and you can check it out and what have you. All right, so now let's go and save this third template out. Export IDML. Yeah, it's going to come up. There's IDML. Minimal template 3. There we go. IDML. Save it. And we have it. Now, I'm not going to do the other two templates. I'm just going to close this one down. I'm not going to save it. I'm going to close InDesign down. Now, you can do this with the other two templates. Minimal template 4 and 5. I've done 3 of them. So I'm going to now convert the IDM to Affinity Publisher. All right, and I'll start with minimal template 1. All right, so inside Affinity Publisher, we've got File, Open. There it is. And we're going to go to our desktop and we will look for minimal templates. There they are. 5 minimal templates. Minimal template 1. Go to the IDML, that one. There it is. Remember, we made it. I don't think I made it into A5. I don't think I did only with the second one, but it's fine. Let's open it. There we go. Now the IDML has been brought in to Affinity Publisher. There we go. It's brought it in pretty nicely. There's our first page. And let's just resize them and let's take that off and let's scroll down. There you go. It's done it pretty nicely. Chapter 1 starts there. You see, now you have a template made by somebody else in a different piece of software, which was Adobe InDesign. That's all good. Now you can come in here and you can change some things. You can, remember, it's imported across all 3 master pages. It's imported a whole bunch of text styles that were inside of Adobe InDesign, but we can go here. Now, there's a whole lot of these things here. I don't like them. Let's delete unused styles. Just do that. Boom. Now it's deleted ones we don't use. And these are the ones that are being used inside this template. You might have to go in and find out where these things belong. What you can do, remember, you can go to, let's scroll up back to the chapters. So you go to chapter 1. You'll see heading 1. You go to the next chapter. Scroll down. I'm just scrolling quickly. Chapter 2 says heading 2. All right, now if you go to your sections, he's got a few sections here. But these will have to be redone for all the chapters again. But this is just the template, so chapter 2 and so forth and so it goes on. I'm not going to redo all the sections and make a new table of contents, because this table of contents will not work inside of here. You would have to go and create a new table of contents and redo this, but at least you've got the layout. Normally when you bring in a template that's from Adobe InDesign, you need to redo the table of contents. I mean, you can do it. I mean, we can do it now. Maybe we should. Let's just close that off. Let's delete it. All right, so we delete it. And we are still over here. All right, now this will be section 1 in our sections. Let's go to our sections. Let's delete this one, section 2. Let's go to section 1 from page 1. Remember, we have 42 pages in the whole document, in the whole template. So we're going to set up our sections so that we can make a table of contents. Section 1 is from page 1 to page 4. And that we are going to call front matter. Yep, got it. Front matter. Just click on, click enter. So it's going to from page 1 to page 4. This one is chapter 1. So you click on chapter 1, starts on page 5. Select the next one, it starts on page 5. And this is going to be, what's it called? It is called chapter 1. Or what I like to do is I like to just select the words chapter 1, right click, copy, and then paste it in there as chapter 1, exactly as it's written there. So that's it. Right, you in chapter 1. There's chapter 1. Scroll down. Find the beginning of chapter 2. There it is. It starts on page 15. You click on there, create a new section. Start it on page 15. Right click, or just select chapter 2, sorry, and then say copy. Stick it in there, Command V. Oh, why isn't it doing it? We copy chapter 2. There it is. Something isn't right here. Don't like it. There we go. Chapter 2. That is section 2, section 3. Now we scroll down to the next one. This will be chapter 3. It starts on page 21. make a new section, starting on page 21. It will be chapter 3. Just type in there, chapter 3. There it is. Let's go down to chapter 4. Double click on the page, starting on page 27. New section. Just drag this down a little bit, give us some space. And it'll start on page 27. It's an odd page. There it is. It's named chapter 4. Type it in. There it is, chapter 4. And scroll down again. On the left-hand side with your pages, double click on the page. It'll be chapter 5. Let's create a new section. Starts on page 33. There it is. There. And we call that chapter 5. Type it in. Chapter 5. Once we're done with chapter 5, you'll notice that we're coming to the end. We still have 2 more to go about the author. That'll be our next section about the author. Click that in there. Starts on page 39. It's called about the author. And the last one is acknowledgements. There you go. We click on acknowledge on the section. You'll create a new section starting on page 41, and that one is called acknowledgements. You can copy and paste. There it is. And that goes from page 41 to 42, and that's right at the end. All right. Now close your section manager. Now, with acknowledgements, we're not going to have back matter as a heading. We're going to make heading 1. Oh, I didn't like that for some reason. That's a bit strange. Wonder why. It's a very strange thing. Well, let's just try that again. Select it. Heading 1. No, doesn't like it. Well, let's just go and have a look at this. That's called back matter. It's also back matter. Chapter 5 is called heading 5. If we make it heading 1, look what it does. Let's go back to heading 1. Make it heading 1. Chapter 5 heading 1. Yeah. We're going to have a problem here. But anyway, that's okay. We're going to have a problem. I see what we're going to have to do here. We are going to have to go with, we're going to have to scroll back up to the top. Let's scroll to the top. And let's have a look and see. Chapter 1 is heading 1. And we're going to have to just change this. I'm just doing this for the chapter 2 is also heading 1. But let's put in insert a page break to get us back to the other side. That's important. It's chapter 2. See, when I change this thing, we can type the chapter chapter 3, make it a heading 1. C. Chapter 2 is heading 1. Yep. Chapter 3. Oh yes, I should have actually made them capitals. CHA chapter, did I say 2? I think so. It's chapter 2 because that's chapter, no, it's chapter 3 actually. What am I doing? Chapter 3, heading 1, chapter 2. Looks like it's got, I don't know why it's darker. And you see, you've got to change all these things. Even the fonts are different. Heading 1. I don't know what's going on here. And let's go to the next chapter. This will be chapter 4. You see, it's quite big as is. Heading 1. Make it heading 1. Here it is. Again. All fine. Looks different to chapter 3. Looks a bit light. I don't know why. It's a bit strange. Okay, let's go. Let's do it again. Doing I see it's all designed around size. I think our colors are a bit off here. Make it black. There we go. You put a different color in, and it says light. Let's go and see what this one says. That says regular. That's very strange. Why is this thing not working on here? All right, there we got it right. Chapter 3, chapter 4, it's fine. Chapter 5, heading 1, same. Then we go down to the next one about the author. This is back matter, but let's just make it heading 1. Alrighty, we're going to insert a break, a page break to get it up there. Here we go. Make sure, gee, this is a bit of a problem. There we go. Whenever you put a page break in, make sure your cursor returns back to the last paragraph. Otherwise, it's going to mess up your table of contents. And acknowledgements down here, still back matter. We make, oh, no, I'm not going to do paragraph 1. Heading 1, notice what we have to do. We're going to insert another page break. I know this seems like a lot of hassle. Look here, that's heading 1. It's going to mess us around. So we just say no style. And we take it back. Acknowledgements. Okay, it's all good. It's fine. Okay, now let's go back up to our table of contents section. It says contents. Double click on it. Alrighty. Now go up to the table of contents tab. There it is. We are now going to create a new table of contents. Insert it. See what it's gone and done. We're not having heading 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that kind of weird stuff. We're not And we are going to table of contents entry, and well, very strange, we've got to resize this. Look at this, resize to 12. All right, table of contents entry, and we're only using all the headings we created, which will bring them all there. So look at that, chapter 3, 4, 5, it's all done in a weird way. All right. Yeah. Anyway, let's just edit the table of contents entry. We're going to get the little dots going across. All right, we can change the font. I don't know, they like it. This guy likes Leo. Leo. And do regular. Font size, I don't know why he's chosen 15, but 12 will work. Let's go to spacing. This alignment will be left indent, no. Right indent, no. First line indent, no, nothing like that. Space before, space after. 1.2 2 points, 1 2 points, there we go. No, we don't make space between same styles. Use space before. All right, that's all fine. Now look at the tab stops. Let's do tab stops. Default tab stops. Let's do a tab stop. Hang on a second. Tab stop. A right aligned tab stop. And then we're going to go with that little thingy. Look what it's done. It's put the little dots in, and we're all good. We're good to go. And we say OK. And there we go. We've got our table of contents. Doesn't look really the way I want it to look. I don't like those numbers there. The letters are better. But there you can play around with it and you can sort it out. And there's your little template. Now, we want to save this out as a template to be used in Affinity Publisher. So File, look at that, export as template. There we go. Find where your templates are stored, because they need to show up in your list of templates here in Affinity Publisher, and I'll show you in a moment. So what we do is, notice what I've done here. Affinity Publisher A8 by 5 book inner, Affinity Publisher A5 book cover, and there's the book inner, A5 book inner, and yeah, I'm going to save it in there assorted. So I go in there, see there's variation 1, and we make this variation 2 and save it. Boom. All right, let's just close this off without saving. Here we go. Now we go back in and we say new and go to templates and have a look down here. It says, there's that one. We wanted the assorted one, so let's add a folder. Go and find it. Documents, my documents, Affinity assorted. There it is. We choose it. It adds it in, and there's our 2 templates. There, book inner, A5 book inner. And it says assorted. Those are the that's the assorted folder. So when we click on one of these, variation 2 is the one we just had. There we go. There's our little table of contents which we created. There's all our text styles. And now you can use this template to formulate a book. And do that with all the other templates that you downloaded, and go through the same process, and you'll have a whole list of new templates that you can use for your books. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to quit, get out of here. I'm not going to save. All right, thank you for watching.